Hola, buenos dias. Hello. Good morning. This is Andrew Weston in the matrix grid systems right now, but I'm high rising on so many different vibrations through subdividing and line dividing, everything through its calculation and its modification. So now we're coming into the matrix earth. And what that means is it's changing a new vibration, and all sections of sanctions are going through soul recognition, because everything through its feeding source is its connection source, through its energy source, and everything through its vibration source. So those vibration sources are going through our body systems right now. It's high rising on so many divisional levels. So everybody has to get ready, because what's happening is the matrix system is changing a new DNA structure. Remember, I was telling you I'm going through a different DNA structure of the matrix dimensional heart? Well, that's exactly what's happening with its earth. And that's how we get its balance, okay? Hey, Light Being, how you doing? Yeah, I got your information on Instagram. So that's why I'm doing a live video right now. So I'd like to thank all the subscribers and viewers and everybody that's been on my channel. It's great to know that we have this tremendous force. And I'll say this again and again, because we're high rising in so many different activation codes. It's very important that everybody stays healthy on a day-to-day basis through their DNA structures of their body systems, because we have to make sure that we get balance with our vibration systems. Our vibration systems are the most important because they connect to all circuitry systems of the body and ego of its computer analytical systems. So it's very important that we connect in all ways and forms, okay? So I had 6 dividing lines going through its connection force, okay? Now I have doubled it, okay, because of mastered information. I had a huge upgrade last night. And what happens when you master information, it's given to you through its uplinks and its downloads. And you correct all divisional lines through its vibrational sequences of its the frequencies. The frequencies are basically the smelling options of its earth and its gravity centers. This is where it comes in through the senses, okay? So I'm doing full collaboration through relation and partnership. So you guys are upwarding your cycles. You're coming into the 6th sense, okay? Because I have 21 senses, okay? So I'm uprising your circuitry systems and uprising your mind and brain frequencies, okay? Through the smell and everything through its sights, everything through its touch, everything through its feel, and so on. Okay, so it's very important that everybody understands that, because like I said, the vibrational signals are going through so many communication devices through radio signals. Okay, so I want to make sure that everybody understands that, because everything is changing now faster. So my wind cycles through its connection of its atom. Remember I was telling you my body's turning into an atom. I have 12 divisional lines right now of its centers, and everything through its circle, okay, is its information, all right? And remember how I was saying we're going to the 5th dimension of its platitude? Well, now it's 12 divisional lines. What that means is it's high rising into the matrix system. It's no longer coming into the galactic, it's going into the matrix. So that's basically changing a new vibration. It's still the galactic system of dimensional earth, but dimension, okay, anything related to a high vibration of its communication levels through a radio signal is the matrix. Because now I'm putting formulations of colors and different vibrational signals through all communications of pyramids and everything through its activation of mind telepathy and telekinesis, because we get a high rise, that matrix planet, to its connections, okay? So that's what's happening right now through the matrix and its earth center. So I'm going to draw you out some illustrations of a diagram and how everything goes through its frequencies and everything through its connection and how it gets its gravity centers through its subdividing, its line dividing, okay, and everything through its divisions. So, hey, Angel, how you doing? How's it going? Yeah, I already have my coffee and all that, so I'm ready. I'm pumped. I'm ready to go. So I've done a lot of videos in the past already. So right now, everything is going through its DNA structure and how everything's connected through the, we're coming into the matrix of its earth. It is now forming into its matrix circle. Okay, so basically, like I said, you have the circle, okay? You have 4 divisional lines, okay? Now everything is within its atom. So everything's gone through. We have already gone through the activation of its codes. Now, when you guys see this, it's extremely real. And what I mean by that is I'm a complete operating system through the matrix systems now, okay? So I'm high winding your forces through its electronic fields. So when you guys see this galactic dimensional earth, it is the matrix of its earth, okay? So I'm showing you how everything goes through its meditation and everything through its ground formation and everything through its electronic interference through its all gravity centers. So everything through its gravity center is its center. You already know that, right? Very important. Okay, this is how it gets very interesting when you're going through the matrix of its center. Okay, so basically it's that. Okay, that's the center. Okay, that's the activation of its circle through its cycles. Okay, so it's very important to understand when you're going through the matrix, you're activating through it's not a plasmasium force system. Okay, it's through the circuitry systems of the mind and brain frequencies of its telekinesis. This is where you have to tap in. Okay, through its totality and everything through its mechasystems, because the mechasystems are on a continuous force through the matrix grid systems. Okay, so basically, what happens when you have the center, okay, through its activation, okay, it's called a matrix plasma system, force activation system. So it's getting complicated. So basically, I'll just set it here. So it's a matrix plasma system. Remember I was saying with the higher vibration, you go to a higher continuum of its force. Say, matrix plasma system. Okay. So, which is fascinating too, because the matrix, it subdivides in so many different line dividing. Okay. But you have to know all the sections and everything, how it goes in through its calculation, because everything communicates through the magnetic highway. And that magnetic highway is the matrix center. Okay. Because like I said, the matrix center, okay, it's so big and it goes around on its continuous force. So everything through your body systems is going faster and faster and faster and faster. It has to, because I've upgraded your energy fields, I upgraded your heart conditions, okay? Everything through its formulation is going through its gravity centers. So I'm correcting your divisional lines and centering your body every single day through its activation. Okay, so that's what's happening with everybody. Light being, Angel, Laura, good morning, everybody. How's it going? I'm doing exceptionally well. Thanks for being on my channel again. So basically, we're going through the matrix grid systems right now. I'm showing you balance through its gravity centers and how everything comes together, because we're gone to the past the galactic system, okay? And I'm high rising through its traveling mechanisms. So I'm just basically going to show you how you go through the plasma, okay, of its matrix into an activation. Okay, so once you go into the activation, this is where it gets tricky, ladies and gentlemen. You have to understand, remember I was telling you about its point systems? Okay, so it's 4 divisional lines. It's got its point systems, right? Now the matrix is complex. So it's kind of like 4 pieces of a pie, but this is the atmospheres through the hemispheres of its stratospheres. Okay, so it's always going on its continuous force every single day. Okay, but right now it's going to a high divisional level. Okay, it's trying to find that frequency level of its balance. So once it finds that, it rides on its continuous force. Okay, and that's how it affects our body systems on a day-to-day basis. So the more you understand that, the more you can understand its continuous force. So I'm doing a full rotation, okay, of its illustration of a diagram. Okay, so basically this is what it starts off with right now. Okay, so we're going through its circulation, through its rotation, through the matrix plasma activation system. Okay, everything through its center system. Okay, so that's what we have so far. Okay, so this is fascinating stuff. I love it. So where everybody knows, I'm going to put that through its review. Everything is a point center, you know that, through a dimensional set. Now this is where it gets really interesting. Okay, the DNA structure of the matrix is changing its activation through its shape. So that activation code can change its shape, but now it's becoming a letter of a number. Okay, and that's where it gets complex, because the matrix is very complicated. Okay, so it subdivides lines. Okay, so it's on it's kind of like I said, it's like a piece of pie. Okay, so it's kind of like this so far. So it's activations of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's got 8 century circles. Okay, so far you got 8 century circles. Okay, everything's line divide through its activation of its matrix plasma activation center. Okay. All right. So once we go through the activation center, okay, we have to understand how we use the matrix grid system. Remember I was telling you everything through its parallel and you line divide, and it has its numbers within its center. Okay, we use the crops through its gravitation of its grounds. Well, basically, the profile that you see on the YouTube of its picture, that's exactly how we get into the letters and the numbers, okay? So again, so we have to split divide, okay, again, all right? So it's very important to understand what's going on right now, okay? So go like this, okay? It goes like this. So it's split dividing right now into sections, okay? So that's what it is so far, okay? See how it's going through its generations at different shapes, but now it's going through different point centers of its dimensional sets. Okay, so when we went from 8, okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 dimensional sets through point centers, okay? So once we go through that, it goes through a full rotation. But before it goes through a full rotation, you have to understand how to use the activation systems, because now we're coming into letters and numbers, okay? So everything through its letter and its numbers are its center, okay? So you got the 0, 1, 0, 2, 6, 8, 1, okay? And then you got 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 5. So each dimensional set has a divisional line. Okay, so I'm just showing you what happens when you go through its matrix and its grid system, how it finds its activation through its gravity centers. Okay, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 4, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so it's something like this so far. So I think everybody's catching on. Okay, see the numbers right there? Okay, everything is line divided. Remember, everything's triangular base. Okay, so I'm keeping you up what's going on through its gravity centers, through the matrix and the grid systems. So everything is formulated through numbers. Okay, see those numbers? Okay, so each number represents a different activation through its center, through the matrix plasma system. Okay, and that's how it changes its axle through its flowing mechanisms. Okay, with it comes its continuous force through its center. Okay, and now this is where the communication comes in with the matrix systems. Okay, or the galactic higher self or the higher self. Now, you have to be on incredible balance through its continuous force. Because remember, my plasmasium force system right now, through its activation and its dimensional sets, is setting the line dividing, and everything through its calculation is going through its wind force. And like I said, I have 12 energy fields around my body now, right? So, and we haven't even activated the system yet through its matrix system. Because right now we're just doing line dividing. I'm just showing you how you go through its calculation and modifications and how everything through its mass brings its gravitation of its pole. Because everything through its pole, okay, comes from its earth. Okay. So basically it's creating a whole new DNA structure of a gravity center through the matrix plasma activation systems, through the point centers, and everything through its connection of its continuous force. All right. So it's fascinating stuff, guys. It really is. It's really exciting. Like, you know, getting into this. But I'm just showing you this is what it is so far. But this is exactly how it centers everything. This is how it formulates through its numbers. Okay. All right. That number is the highest formulation through the matrix systems. But you have to understand its activation through its matrix plasma activation systems. Okay. Every time you change its point centers. Okay. There you get 16. Okay. So you have to understand here what's going on. So 1, 2, 4. And do the point centers so it makes it easier for everybody. So everybody gets a north wind, south wind, east wind, and west wind, and what's going on. So, okay. So you already know that. Okay, the point centers. And everything through its point centers is a divisional line of a number set. Okay. So every time it rotates, it changes its numbers. So you go from one point center to another dimension, and then you put 1, 0. Now, the reason why it's in order, it always has to be in order, because these are communication lines of locations, okay? This is how we turn numbers into shapes, okay? So everything is allocated to its location of its ground formations, all right? Now, this is where the the whole center of its generator, okay, and its magnetic highway. Remember I was telling you how it comes through electronic interference, connects in so many ways and forms? Well, its center of its circles is going extremely, extremely fast, okay? So it's creating a whole new divisional line of a forcing wind cycle through the magnetic highway, okay? So it's kind of like that. See that above? See that circular rotation, electronic interference? So it's creating, okay, its point centers each time. So it's kind of like I said, it's like a Ferris wheel that's going round and round. But every time it goes around, it's changing its point sense of its dimensional sets. And that's how it gets its numbers in sequence, okay? All right? And everything through its allocation, right, is shapes, right? We already showed you how we go from shapes to activation and movements to changing in vibration. It's understanding the vibration systems through the matrix plasma activation systems. Because everything point centers and everything centers everything through its numbers of its dimensional sets. So once we have that and its full rotation of its activation, because everything through its center is its line formation. So now what's going on is continuous force. Okay, so now what's happening is we're making energy fields through its connection. Okay, because it has to be protected. It's extremely important because now it's creating a new divisional line of a gravitation of its pull. Okay, so it's centering around, okay, its solar system. It's creating new dimensional realms, okay, of its definitive space system. Okay, so it's kind of tricky, but every point system is line divided and it goes through its plasma systems of its activation of its matrix. Okay, so it's complicated. Espanol. Okay, so, but it's pretty fascinating to look at. It really is, you know, when you look at it and how everything is line formed through its point centers. So it's energy fields. Okay, once you understand that, then you understand everything through its cycles. This is incredible, guys. This is the new matrix. This is the new galactic dimensional Earth. Okay, that's what it's going to look like. It's going to be called the matrix center of its gravitation pull of its galactic Earth. Okay, that's what I'm creating right now through the vibrational signals. Okay, that's what it's going to look like. It's fascinating, isn't it? Yeah, it's pretty incredible. So this is extremely powerful, okay? I want everybody to realize that because it's going through your mind and brain frequencies right now. So those connection energy waves is going on its systems. And those matrix plasma systems is going to activate your mind, brain, frequency systems. And everything through its body systems is on its calculation of its life formation and everything through its energy fields, okay? So it's a wind cycling force, okay, that goes in your body systems, okay? But that's a new upgrade of its matrix and its plasma activation systems. Okay. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's a spiral of life cycles. That's very true, Angel. Good for you. It does look like a sunflower, doesn't it? But remember how I said that once you get into its full rotation, you get 12 within its center, which is infinity 8. We've got into that before, where it's an intelligent line. So I'm going to show you exactly what it is. So basically, everything here that you see, hopefully you guys can see this. These are energy fields. This is communication lines, okay? Everything centers, okay, through its atmospheres of north, west, south, and east, okay? It's creating new divisional lines of activations of gravity centers. And that's how it finds its balance. Once it finds its balance, we set that limits, okay, of its galactic dimensional Earth, and it becomes the matrix Earth, okay? And that's how we get new vibrational signals through the body systems, okay? And that's what it is. This is energy of information from vibration, which becomes intelligence. So, wild stuff, eh? So, one more time, show you exactly what's going on right now through the matrix circles and its activation of its plasma systems. That's exactly what it is. Okay. So I think everybody's getting north wind, south wind, east wind, and west wind. It's very important to understand your body systems now, because I'm going through so many different activations. Okay, upgraded your energy fields. You're going through so many plasma force systems. So everything through its activation, when you see it through its centers, okay, it's extremely real, because you're in that perception of its mind perception and its matrix of its systems. Okay, so that's what it is. Okay, I don't need to use mind telepathy. I can do it anywhere, any place, anytime. But I'm showing you illustrations how real it can be through its connection of its perception, of its dimensional sets and its coloration. Because everything you see here is coloration. It's not colored in. But I'm just showing you how everything line divides through its numbers and shapes, and how it becomes an activation of a matrix plasma activation system. Okay? It's all about understanding how to find balance, okay? This is trying to find balance, okay? So we can get peace, so we can get tranquility, so we can get calmness, its stillness, everything through its communication. Everything's going to uprise through connection wires, relationships. Everything is going to have its balance, okay? So get ready for that, you know? I just want to bring that to everybody's attention, because it's so important what's happening right now through the matrix systems. So the galactic dimensional Earth is turning into the matrix system. So I'm changing the whole DNA structure. And that's how the activating systems come, through the body and the ecosystems. Okay? So what's happening now is, because I have 12 divisional lines of energy fields, okay? You guys are going to not just feel the energy, but you're going to know where it came from. You know it's coming from me. But it's going to be much easier, because you're going to be able to understand its information, of its intelligence, from its vibration. And that's what I mean by upgrading its links through its downloads. So everything is going to be an easier format for everybody. Okay. I had to get those 12 divisional lines of energy fields. So I'm now complete source of an atom. Okay. Yay. My body's an atom of a dimensional set through a shape, and its activation of its communication lines of everything through its atmospheres, hemispheres, and stratospheres. So I'm really excited, guys. It really is. It's fascinating to know these things, you know, it really is, because it gives you so much tremendous force, you know, because I've mastered everything through its realms and everything through its circles and cycles. But like you said, Angel, everything does go through cycles. But like now, what's going to happen is that energy is going to go into quicker and faster, but you're going to be able to understand its information now. Okay. So it's a little bit more easier on everybody's body systems. Okay. So your upgrading and your uplink systems are going to high rise through the circuitry levels. Your mind brain frequencies are going to get more intelligent. You're going to have more knowledge, and you're going to fly higher to its traveling mechanisms. So your connection airway patterns, okay, and your waving patterns, you're going to understand everything through its communication, through your balance. That's what's going to happen right now. Because I am now the center of its Earth, dimensional Earth, the galactic Earth, and the matrix of its DNA structure of its new Earth. All right? It's powerful stuff. It's very powerful stuff. Yeah. So anyway, how's everybody doing? Yeah, I put in a half an hour, but I just wanted to show you that illustration, what goes on through the matrix plasma activation systems, and how everything is connected through its energy fields, through its shapes and its numbers. Okay. Now, once you get into that section, we'll talk about DNA structures, how I'm going through its activation. But once I find that balance, then we can get into the letters. Because the letters, I've showed you already with the H, how you take in a dimensional set, it points centers through a different dimensional of its realm. And that's how we create its DNA structure, through its virtual reality. Okay? So it's understanding everything through its connection. So anyway, how's everybody doing? Let's see, I have questions here. Silly question. If topic, Andrew, when's your birthday? February 25th. I'll be 51. Yeah. Sarah, how you doing? So how's Laura doing? How's the meditation going right now? So just be cautious, right? Because the energies are going to go into you and you're going to be able to understand its information now through its intelligence. So it's really exciting, guys. It's going to help you out a lot too with your meditation methods. You're going to be asking less questions and you're going to be getting answers to your questions. And that's what I mean by knowing its intelligence through its knowledge. And I've also upgraded your circuitry systems to the mind framing systems. So your connection airwaves, okay, through its radio signal is high divisional levels right now through the subconscious, okay? So everybody's on a conscious level now. And that's how we upgrade our energy fields. Because we have full rotation right now through illumination, okay? And once we upwind those cycles through its lights, okay, then we can use its continuous force through its intelligence of its knowledge. It's extremely powerful. It really is. So, thank you, Light Being. Love to all. But you guys are going to be a lot more, things are going to go a lot more easier for you now. The understanding is going to be a little bit more. But like I said, still keep doing your illustrations. It's very important. You understand what's going on with its information through its intelligence. So, okay, so what do we got here? Angel. You put your pen in one point and shape the doodle. Then you move your pen point and create a whole new shape. Yep, it's exactly what it is. It's understanding everything through its numbers and shapes and letters and how you activate it, everything through its plasma systems. But everything through its activation is a different plasma system, okay? Because it has to high rise through its communication. It has to go higher and higher and higher, okay? So once you understand your balance, once you understand your gravitation of its pull, then you understand everything through the body systems and how you can communicate on all levels of frequencies, okay? So, Terrace, how you doing? So, hey, Andrew, going great. Thanks. Loving these upgrades and updates. Yeah, like I said, your wind cycles and your divisionals through the oscillation winds are going to uprise your circuitry systems through the mind and the brain, waving systems. It's all about your communication, your radio signals, and higher intelligence of its vibration. Okay, so things are going to be a lot more easier for everybody because I'm now a complete center of an atom, okay, through its energy fields. So I have full rotation and communication lines through the matrix and its DNA structure of its activation of its plasma system. That's what I have right now. So, like I said, because I have that, I can upgrade your systems a lot quicker and faster. And you know it's me. You know it's me. Because right now, through its activation, okay, you're going to feel a wind breeze. And that wind breeze is going to go through its circulation and its rotation. Your head's going to rotate and it's going to subdivide through its line formations. And you're going to go through a communication vibrational signal. Okay, and it's going to open all your sections of its DNA and its body systems. Okay, so how does everybody feel? How does everybody feel now? The question is, what is everybody feeling? Been feeling more energy in my body, still working on activating third eye. My activation codes through its frequency levels, Laura, is going to high wind your force. So everybody's going to connect through the balance and the vibration. So you don't have to worry about that. So but you're feeling more energy. Yeah, that's good. Easy and breezy. Yep. It's a lot easier. Yeah. Because I'm giving you more communication through balance, through space continuum. So understanding the information is going to keep your body sets, okay, in motion through its circulation of its illumination of lights. So it's very important that your stomach doesn't get upset. You don't get, blurry in the eyes. Your head doesn't rotate on dizziness, okay? Your body systems, doesn't start aching in any way, form. So it's all about communication through its balance of its vibration, through its energies, okay? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So right now you're high rising angel, okay, into the angelic realms of its cloud formation through its electronic interference. And you're seeing a rainbow, okay? Rainbows are great. Rainbows are amazing because they are energy cycles. And those energy cycles are half wind, like that. They're line divisions. Okay, each one is a coloration. Okay, it's called the rainbow walk. Okay, and you go to the angelic rounds of the gateway. And that opens up everything through its coloration of the matrix systems. Okay, so it's upgrading your systems through its perception of its coloration and its shape systems. Okay, so it's really powerful stuff. Yeah. But everything through its communication and its balance, you guys are going to find a huge, huge difference in your body systems now. Because I've activated all your code frequencies through the mind brain systems of the circuitry, electrical systems, and the hydraulic systems. Okay? Because everything is on a continuous force. Everything is always on a continuous force through its activation of its center. Okay? So it's just all about understanding your body systems and how to keep that balance. Now, it seems complicated because the matrix is very complex and it's complicated. It has to, right? But it's all about mastering. Once you master yourself, okay? And like I said, when I draw as a kid. I don't draw as an adult. I draw as a kid. I have to because that's the only way I get the information, right? It's having the mind brain frequency systems, okay? All right? And the open sequences, okay, and the visualizations of its realizations becomes its communication airwaves of its systems of the inner and outer of a child systems, okay? And that's how you get full rotation of its communication through radio signals. So, what's up with the sun? Are we getting solar energies in a big way now? Well, you guys, you have to remember too that you're light forces, right? And you're going through so many different DNA structures of solar energy. So solar energies are coming from me. So now what's happening is everything is going to be more balanced through your vibration. But the communication airwaves and everything through its radio signal is coming from the galactic solar sun, planet, star systems, and the galactic moon. Okay? So one differential to another, because the galactic solar sun, planet, star systems is a totally different radiation of its gamma rays. And it's a totally different energy center of its activation of a healing center. And the galactic moon is all created through its emotions because it has so many different dividing emotions through its levels, right? And all that information goes into your system. Not all at once, but that's where I come in, right? Through the matrix systems. I'm uprising all your divisional levels, okay, of your DNA structures and bringing you in control of your mind and your brain systems through full collaboration and partnership with all communication of its vibration through its information of its intelligence. So, my 7th and 8th-year-old boys are so negative. Is it possible that this negative energy affects my product? Yeah, that is positive, Laura. It's positive and negative. It can affect you. But like I said, I'm upgrading your systems right now. So your energy cycles through your connection energy waving heart is going to connect through your kids, right? So it's line division, it's electricity. Remember showing you about the energetic waving heart, how it line divides into space, and it uses electronic energy force system, where it goes in high divisional levels of frequencies through its vibration systems. Well, we are all connected. Okay, so your communication of your love cycles and love condensers are going to upgrade your family systems. Okay, so hopefully that helps you out, Laura. But always keep those positive feeds. Always keep those upgrades. Okay, it's very important. So we're all mirrors and also windows. Yep, anything through its reflection. Oh, great. I'm glad I could help you out, Laura. Make sure that you get back to its community too. Make sure you tell everybody about my YouTube channel, because right now it's very, very important, because we're going through DNA structures of a matrix grid system, and its gravitation pull is changing its anomaly system. Okay, so everything through its activation is changing numbers and shapes and letters. So it's upgrading its balance through its gravity centers. And it's very important that our body systems are high winding on its connection to wind wires of its matrix systems. So I know it's getting more complicated, right? But, I think everybody's starting to really realize, whoa, he knows what he's talking about. So, but yeah, make sure you get back the love and the resonance. So the more love you consume in your body, the more it regenerates around its system, through its family system, love system, friend system, relationship system, everything through its connection of its social media system, everything through its entertainment system, anything around its realm of its nature system. Okay. The more love you resonance around yourself through the energetic wavy matrix heart, the more connection you'll have through its body surface and everything through its ego surface. And that's how we connect through its balance, through its activation. So. It's all about understanding your perceptions and where you come from, where you reside from. And, when somebody comes up to you and they ask you, who are you? You're going to tell them who you are, right? Because that brings the confidence level, okay? Yes, like I said before, I'll say this again and again, I am Andrew. I am in a human vessel, right? But you have to understand that your spiritual self comes first, not the human. You're not human and spiritual. You want to reiterate that and become spiritual. Okay, once you become 100% spiritual, then you understand everything through its matrix and its communication. Okay, now it's probably hard for some reason, but knowing the understanding of its shapes, numbers, and letters through its activation of its codes, then you understand everything through its body systems, because those operating systems are going to keep high rising. But I'm giving you more energy into your systems, but it's going to be easier for you because you're going to understand its information and its intelligence. So, but other than that, yep. Yeah, it's exactly what it is. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, there's also spiritual realms between that too, because I'm also a dragon force. Everybody has a spiritual animal, okay? That's understanding the mastering of you, okay? Everybody has a Chinese analogy of you. Mine is the rooster, right? So that's what I mean by mastering. It's knowing everything about you, inside and out. And once you understand and you heal the inside and the outside of the child, that force, okay, will become its spiritual force, okay? So that's what you want to work towards. But I'm helping you along the way. I'm upgrading your systems faster and faster. So. So let's see if I miss any more questions. Yeah, there's a lot of balance between that. Yeah. You have to understand yourself first before you master yourself. So, life path, Andrew. I already know my path. You guys have to find your path. It's understanding everything through its spiritual realms of its path. Okay. Um, the reason why there's complications because you guys think that you're still um, you're putting your self identity as human existence. Okay. You have to put yourself as superhuman identities in the super um, force of its connection, energy force through its life force, and everything through its illumination of its chakra formation and its spiritual force. Okay? So, um, yeah, that's pretty good. Your number life path. Ours is 7. Yeah, my favorite number is 7. That's pretty powerful, Angel. Yeah. Every time you reside through a different number, it's communication through an angel, an archangel. It's powerful stuff. Okay? So, Julie, how you doing? You missed quite a bit, so I learned so much from you. I don't know much about astrology, but Saturday was a crazy bad day for me. New light, Libra moon. I always turned into she wolf right before my birthday. Yeah, it can be idealistic too, but it's just anything through transformation, its manifestation is working for a reason. It's showing you how you can communicate on high levels of its matrix systems and how important it is to understand your vibrational systems and how important it is to understand your mind brain frequency systems. Okay, because everything through its mind centers and its brain frequency systems is changing new vibrations through its DNA structures. Okay, so your location systems of its illumination of its light systems is changing mind frequency systems. Okay, so you can go through your traveling mechanisms to a higher force of acceleration and its velocity. Okay, of its speed through the chakra formation. So, yeah. But like I said, I'll say this again and again and again. It's very important that you find out who you are, right? And everything around you will balance out. I can't stress that enough. It's very important that everybody understands who they really are. Okay? And that's where you get your power centers. That's where you get your energy cycles, your energy systems, through energy fields. Okay? So I'm uplifting everything through your body systems quicker and faster. Okay? Because the matrix is going either way. It has to. Okay? And it's going on an extreme force right now. So we have to stay within that vibration of balance. We can't be left behind. There's no way we can be left behind through its vibrational levels. Because we'll lose all communication with each other. Okay? We'll lose all oxygen levels of nature. Okay? And transitions of dimensional sets through its sightings of its space and its continuum. And everything's vocabulary of its letters, numbers, and shapes. Okay? Everything will be diminished through its ground formations. And all your connection energy wires of its systems, okay, is going to be lost in transitions. So that's how important it is to have balance of vibration through its frequencies of its energies to its intelligence. Okay? So I'm just showing you what can happen if we don't go forward. So. Julia, this is the problem I have with lots of teaching of there. There are incorporating the old way of spiritual teaching. We are past that now. We have to move to the next level. That's exactly what it is, Julia. That's what it is. It's about understanding detoxification through reprogramming everything through your body immune systems. Because everybody collaborates on a lifespan, like I said before, through a cycle of its activation of its codes. So once we upwind our surfaces and our forces through its illumination of lights, our systems will high rise and will become incredibly intelligent through its knowledge of its information. So, but yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's to move to the next level. Yeah. Momentum. Yeah. Speed, force, continuous force. Yeah. It's exactly what it is. Yep. Whale beans. Whale? Are you talking on a porpoise kind of view, like water's continuing? Everybody says we're mammals. Yes, in a human point of view, but when you're in the matrix systems through its DNA structure, its activation systems, your light formations, through and through. Through and through. It's about getting that illumination to a higher force and connecting with the energy of its matrix force. Okay? All right, I already showed you how everything light connects through the energy waving heart. Everybody has to find their balance through its connection to energy waving heart. Okay? And then you'll find all communication lines of its balance through its meditation. So, water plant with whale beans. Hatter planet. See, guys, I don't know where you guys get your information, but none of this is in the galactic system. Okay? None of it. None of it. If I haven't heard of it, it's not on my vibration. Okay? Yeah, it's not on my vibration. It's not in the galactic system. It's not in the energy core. It's not in the matrix system. So, it may high rise. There is a little bit of light formation there through the circuitry systems, but like I said, you guys have to be careful on what channels you watch. Okay? Now you have to understand, because everything is through communication, because they know exactly who you are. Space is the most powerful thing through its volumes of radio signals. Okay? Because once you understand your light formations, you are now communicating through a higher level of force. Okay? So please be cautious on the videos that you watch. Please be cautious on the names that you watch. Please be cautious on your light and dark. Okay? Because we want to change, everything through the matrix DNA structure of its earth. Yeah, exactly. That's what I want. But I don't want you to resonate on the dark side. Okay? It's very important, because I have to change your DNA structures again through its energy fields. And that's going to be harder, because the circuitry systems are coming from a different galaxy systems. Because all those particles of energies are high rising through so many different activation of its healing systems. Okay? So, if it's a Hatter planet, then it's obviously on a human DNA. Okay? I've never heard of it. It doesn't exist. Okay? It just doesn't exist. Okay? So, yeah, you're going to feel a lot more better through its levels. Yeah. Yeah. Everything through its ancestry, okay, has information of energy. But you have to understand, everything is created through atoms of vibrations. Okay? Your voicing grids are so powerful through its communication. When you do a line signal of vibration, every time you talk through a voicing grid, through an activation code, through its mind telepathy and telekinesis, every time you open your mouth through meditation of its balance, through its chakra formations, it's changing its centers through its activation of its shapes. And it's changing its moods. So it's line centering. Okay, bigger, 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 bigger. Now, when you use your mind telepathy through its thoughts of its mastering of its process, you can change it to a lower vibration, right? So you can upgrade or you can low grade, down, down, down. So it's creating new vibration, okay? And it's creating a shape. Now you take that shape through its activation of its code centers, activate it through its plasma force systems, okay? Use it as a connection, energy wave and signal, which becomes a radio signal. And that's how it's created through. You have to understand that your voicing grids are the most powerful thing that you can consume in your body systems. Your radiation signal of a radio signal through a satellite signal. Your communication airwaves through planets, solar systems, and intelligence of its vibration, of its activation of pyramids. Now, once you understand how to use all that, then you can get your balance, okay? So I'm just showing you the process and what goes on through its activations, because everything is activations through vibrational signals, okay? Everything. It's very important everybody understands that. So, what being from Hatter are healers, the ones who were able to escape? Some came here. Okay, there's a lot of healing that's going on through its transition of its vibration, but there's a lot of people don't understand mastering information. Okay, there's a lot of people don't know how to master energy of its vibration. So, okay, hold on one sec. Okay, so it's very important. Okay, I'm back, everybody. So one thing I want to make clear is that, I do short videos and I do long videos. The reason why that is because the upgrading systems, there's activation systems going through basic, intermediate, and advanced. Okay, so that's why I give information to the life formations that are in the galactic system. Okay, but I also do short videos too on information for the basic systems. So people that resonate in my channel that are new viewers. Okay, so one big community, okay, of love. Okay. That's what we are. Okay. Love itself is on its own vibrational of its center. So it's understanding how to center yourself. And that's how you communicate with everything. That's extremely, extremely hard to do. So, Ghostbusters is playing on my YouTube. Bill Murray, yeah. That's classic. Ghostbusters, yeah. Yeah, it's a great story. You get great characters, great story. It's nothing along the lines like that. This is interesting because we can formulate through everything, but once you guys are high rise through its division levels, there's perception. You see a lot through its light and dark, because everything is activation through its lights and its darks. So if you walk in the streets and you're looking at structures of buildings, of graphene centers and everything through its connection, you can actually see a ghost. Okay, it's a reflection of your perception that you see through its space continuum of all communication lines. And you can realize that it's in the dark force of its spiritual realms or it's in its light force. And it's going to communicate back with you. Okay, it's a plasma ghost system. Okay, and it radiates on its creating system through its realm system of its dark system. So it can have a dark realm in the platform of its structure. And that's what I mean how powerful it is. Once you see ghosts of entities, once you see anything through its dark circles, dark cycles, dark dimensional realms of its cycles, everything through its activation of its code systems. Okay. Yeah. So, but everything is created through dark vibration, and it creates you can create whatever you want. Just know how important it is. Your voicing grids are connection airwaves to everything through its energy of its information to its intelligence. So, but again, please be cautious on the videos that you watch, especially now, because I'm giving you high different energies, and these energies are going through so many circuitry systems, okay? So each energy of particle is going through a galaxy system, okay? Because there's different parts of the body I have to activate through its shape systems, because your pixelizations, okay, are changing colorations, okay? This is what's happening through the matrix and its DNA structure of its galactic dimensional Earth. Like I said, it's coming into the matrix Earth. And this is how it formulates through your body and ecosystems, because everything is connected through the activation of its plasmesium force systems. Okay? So, spoken and written words as symbols are all very powerful. Yep. Yep, exactly what it is, Angel. I have to know too that your confidence levels are very important. How you get up in the morning, how you base yourself through its structure. Okay, you're formulating, your head's up, your head's not down. You can't see anything with your head down. 80% of people put their head down. Why? Why did they put their head down? They have no confidence in themselves. Okay, they don't meditate. They don't understand their life. They don't understand communication with themselves. They don't know how to tap into its reality of its spiritual reality. They're confused. You know, all these symptoms can happen to you, but whatever you create through your life source becomes your life source. And everything around you is going to connect, either positive or negative. Okay? These things are very important, okay, because it affects everybody. Okay? Especially now that your light formation is through the voicing grids, because I'm upgrading your systems and you guys are getting more powerful now. So you have to realize that, right? And the more you communicate through the positive, the more you can activate yourself to another level of its light formation. We want to bring that to everybody's attention, how important it is to know that your body systems is the most important through the mind, brain, waving systems. And everything's connected through the soul. Okay, so yep, that's exactly what it is, Angela. Yep, you have to be careful on what you say and write. Yep, it's very powerful. Yep. Yep, you're catching on very quick. Everything you connect with, okay, through electronic interference is communication of a radio signal. Okay, so if you put a positive, okay, around your community, everything is going to be positive. If that makes any sense. Okay. As soon as you put one negative thought, remember how I said you don't have to put negative thoughts, it's already in your mind? Maybe past reference and you said, okay, I can't believe this happened to me, you know, this is unreal. Bad, 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 bad. Dark, 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 dark. That adds on each time. Okay, you didn't meant to say that, but you said it anyway. That's stored. That's extremely powerful because now you're activating your mind, brain, waving systems. And it's alive. It's real. Okay, because now you're communicating through a higher level of a life force. And now you're connecting through space continuum and all communication lines of radio signals. Okay. Because there are star systems up there. There are planet systems that are on a bad vibration. And that's where we come into provisions of the protection of its systems. Because there's a lot of things that, you know, there's a lot of governments in space continuum that are not allowed. Just that they have on galactic dimensional Earth. Okay, there's a lot of no exits. But once you understand your spiritualism, it becomes extremely real to the mind-brain systems. Okay? So it's very important how you use your thoughts. It's very important how you use your words. And it's very important how you act and react with your body and ego systems. Okay? So if you're saying, oh, I'm having trouble today, you know, my third eye's not activating. What's going on? What's my problem? Negative, 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 negative. Think positive, 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 positive. How do I retrospect and take everything through the body systems and balance my ego systems? Okay, it's exactly what it is. Because the mind braving systems, it's always on its continuous force. You know, you have to understand adaptation, okay, through your systems. You have to understand its balance of its adaptation through its vibration, okay, because everything resides around vibration. If you communicate on levels, have conversations, okay, this is interesting. We'll get into relationships. I'll do another video on that too, on how important it is that we go through life through relationships, not just with your, couples, males and females, but just relationship with yourself. How important is it for you, okay, to go to the next level? Just ask yourself that question. So, I'm manifesting being an animal communicator, even professional. Can you help me to integrate your teachings with manifestation? Julia. Oh yeah. Okay. I'll slide linear angles. I'll take you to the area centers of nature and its core. I'll bring you to its vibration of its animal system, because animal systems through its vibration has a totally different telekinesis. Okay, believe it or not, because every spiritual animal that you see is in the spiritual realm 100%. And that's why they're so informative with their survival systems, because they live on energy and vibration. Okay, for them to live on energy and vibration, they have to meditate and be in the systematical systems of its energy fields, and everything through its connection of its spiritual fields, and everything is connected through its spiritual realms of its fields. Okay, so every animal is in the spiritual realm. Every animal is in the matrix. Okay, so there's the reasons why the cats at night, and you see the brightness of illumination of the eyes. Okay, every perception is different through a cat or a dog or any kind of animal or any kind of bird, but every animal that you see, okay, is in the matrix. That's powerful stuff. I don't think I brought that to your attention, but I just want you to know how extremely formative animals are through communication of energy and vibration. So, but yeah, Julia, you can connect with, hey, uprise your vibration through nature. Okay, your communication line centers are right now through its psyche. You have to understand chakra formations through animals. So I can open your balanced frequencies, and you have to have glowing mechanisms, because every animal has a glowing mechanism. That's how they communicate, okay, through friendship and relationship and partnership, because they use the smelling, right? They smell. They get 100% smell. They can smell something from a mile away. They can hear something from a mile away. Dogs can hear whistles, dog whistles, right? Because it's high-pitched sounds coming from space continuum and its communication lines, okay? So that's how fragile it is, right? But yeah, I've definitely upgraded your systems through the nature and its core systems through its balance of its animal systems. And you can connect with Archangel Ariel, help you out. It provides you everything through its information of its animals. And it'll give you a continuous balance through its voicing grids and how to communicate through its levels of its animals, of its vibration. So yeah, you should feel a little bit more of a communicator now. You can also do a test run too. It's very important that you guys not also understand your activating systems, but like I said, try to figure out how to communicate with your hand formations, how to communicate with the mind and brain frequencies, how to communicate with the perception, how to communicate with your body systems and ecosystems, how to understand your virus systems. Now, these are all basic reviews. Like I said, I give you reviews so we can move forward, right? I said, oh yeah, I remember that. And then we can continue going forward because I already talked to you about that. So my brainwaving system is giving you more information, but it's also giving you review from its back information. So yeah, you got chills. Yeah, I upgraded your system. So your connection energy waving through its human, okay, is going connection airways, and those airways are going through glowing mechanisms. So you're going to be able to connect with animals and its communication levels of its communicators. Okay. You have to have balance of perception through animals because every animal resides on a different vibration through its energy. Okay. You got to look at what a cheetah can do. That's what I mean. Try to understand what animals are and what they do and how they survive. Okay. Do your research on animals. Then you can figure yourself out because everything formulates around a DNA structure. So, what does a cheetah do? Cheetah goes fast, right? That's high energy. That's high vibration. Okay, his perception is south wind distance, so he can see his prey, right? That's what I mean. That's his force, his speed, right? That's the connection to a cheetah, okay? A three-toed sloth. I think those things are fascinating. Now, the ground formations, when it goes down a tree, it takes like maybe 2, 3, 4 days to go down a tree, right? To have a bowel movement. And there's a reason for that, okay? It's DNA structures, okay? Only south winds on trees, okay? Because they got 3 hooks, and it goes from trees to trees, but it can go 30 miles an hour. That's how fast it goes on trees. But its slow mechanisms of its lower force, of its body force, is on its slow force. And that's why it takes long for it to go down a tree. Because it only communicates with its arms, right? But it understands the tree system and how it works through its fast system. Same with the cheetah. Because the cheetah understands its gravitation, it understands its atmospheres, it understands its protection, right? That's what I'm talking about. It's protecting everything around you. Understanding your communication with yourself. And then you'll be able to communicate with others through its balance. So. And that's what I mean by intelligence and knowledge, everybody. That's where you get the information. Everything you get is true to its knowledge. That's how you become exceptionally powerful. Through its vibration of its intelligence. So, we are studying spiders, dragonflies at the moment. Spiders are good, yeah. Spiders are, why did they create a web? Everybody knows that, right? Create its atmosphere from modification and calculation from one center to another center. It line divides and does shapes, right? Okay. Now, when it's doing line dividing, okay, it's doing a full rotation. Okay, it usually has a center. That catches the fly or whatever, okay? So the spider is communicating through the audio signal of the eyes, because they have 8 eyes, right? All century of its circles. So it line divides in this way and that way. Okay, that's why I can see so many different areas, okay? Because its perception is changing its dimensional realms, okay? So every spider sees its prey in its dimensional, okay? And it catches its winds through its audio. It's listening, right? As soon as it taps onto that web, it's a communication line and it connects to the body system of that spider. And that's how it crawls and covers over. And sometimes, it saves it for later, it wraps it up and keeps it side, right? To use it for a feeding source for later. So it's wrapped up in a web, okay? So it's understanding everything through nature. It's understanding everything through its ground formations. It's understanding everything through its electronic interference. And that's how you connect through mastering everything around you. So. Well, Julia, your request, Andrew, is amazing. Thank you so much. My Canadian Energy Waving Heart thanks you. Indigo, how you doing? It's a great day today, But like I said, that's the reason why I give you guys more information more than others, depending on my energy system through my energy cycles. But sometimes, I'm walking about, I'll do a video 2 minutes. I think it was 3 minutes. But I like to do different videos so everybody understands what's going on with their body systems through its atmospheres, through its hemispheres, through its stratospheres. But, you know, in retrospect, when it comes to solar energies, okay, those solar energies are coming from me, okay? You know that because I heal you instantly, right? And that's what I mean by mastering. If you know how to master yourself, you can master DNA structure of anybody, right? But you have to understand its formulation, how everything circulates and rotates. Everybody has a circuitry system through a different of a body DNA structure system, okay? Everybody has their own balance, okay, of high, middle, and low systems, okay? That's where the weight capacity comes into through length and width. But it's understanding how everything is line divides through subdivide, because basically you are shapes through its calculation and modifications and its mass of its calibrations when it comes to shapes and activations of the pixelizations, right? And then you get into the virtual reality of its systems, okay? So basically right now I'm in the center core of its power grid. That's what it is. It's very, very powerful, extremely powerful. So. But once you understand everything around its systems, you're going to understand everything through the mastering of its systems, okay? Because once you master information, it's an incredible feeling just to know that, wow, this is incredible. It's amazing how I see these things, right? Because everybody's programmed, okay, through their life source, through their lifespan, and they go through that circulation and rotation. But it's very important that you keep those positive feeds. That's also review. But these reviews are helping you out more, okay? It's going to be easier for you and more understanding how you need to listen through the eye perception and the voicing grids, okay? Because it's so easy to upset your partner in a relationship. It's so easy to upset your boss, okay, through the formations of work. These things you can do very quickly and very fast. It's how you rebalance yourself. You have to analyze everything through the mind-braving systems before you open your voicing grids of its systems. So just be careful on that. Be careful on your information. Be careful on the channels that you resonate with, okay? It's very important that you stay light formations through activations of balanced frequencies, okay? Because I know exactly who has light and who has dark, okay? Because if you're giving me questions, oh, I saw this, oh, I saw that, this is really cool. What's a solar flash? What's a solar energy system through its star systems? Why are we getting so many connection energy waving patterns? Our soul divisional levels right now through its crater surface going through its connection of its matrix surface. You know what I mean? It's all hogwash. It's not real, okay? I know the real of its space. I know it's real of its galactic. I know it's real of its matrix. Okay? So, but I hope everybody's doing well. You know, I love bringing this to everybody's attention. And it's great that we have the love. We want to surrender. If you guys want to high rise your four systems, surrender to everything. Okay, in space. Your upgrading systems will change your mind-braving frequency systems, and your communication airwaves will high rise through the matrix. Okay? So, I heard all the fox hunts by magnetic fields like mouse under the snow, another intercommunication tech. You know, all these information that you guys get, you know, how they say about, oh, what if this happened to the galactic dimensional Earth? What if it's solar divides and we saw a crater? What if a crater hit the Earth? What would happen? Why would you want to know that information? And what if? It doesn't resonate with you, okay? That's when I be being cautious. That's negative. Okay. What if this happened? It's not important. What's important is with you and your body systems and how you live your daily lives, how you communicate on all levels through relationships, through communications, okay, through your atmospheres, of its gravity centers, its balance, its chakra formation, its meditation, and its methods, okay? So, but, I appreciate you giving me this information. It just has no significance to me, to my system, because I'm high-rised in the matrix. I'm now a center of a core of an atom through 12 divisional lines of energy fields. I'm now a complete system through a power grid, okay? So I have controlling mechanisms around its surface right now through its matrix and its systems. It's extremely powerful. Extremely. So, this is an interesting question. Okay, now, I resonate on dark channel. I do a live feed. You guys are going to be able to connect with that. You're going to say, Andrew, did you watch something live that it was dark? That's what I mean by being connection with your energy fields. You're connecting with your airwaves of your communication over radio signals. I resonated on the dark channel. And that's what I mean by communication with one to another. Okay? And communication is electronic force. You can't see it, but you can feel it. Right? But once you see it, it's unbelievable. It really is. It's unbelievable when you see things for what they really are through its DNA structure. So, but other than that, how's everybody else doing? Anybody have any more questions? You guys keep giving me questions. This is great, though. I keep giving you questions, but you can't answer my questions. So your upgrading system doesn't allow it. That's okay, though. I mean, that's we're all here to learn, right? We're here to uprise our systems through its balance of its frequency systems. So it's in my latest videos. Sorry, my back phrasing videos. I said questions right at the end. Okay. Okay, here's another question. Okay. It's extremely complicated. This is where you get your intelligence of its knowledge through its information. Okay. You have two dividing shapes, okay, through its center of its formation. It's line formating and subdividing through its divisional levels, through its gravity centers, through electronic interference. Now, if the cloud formations are changing its coloration, what is the activation codes through its numbers, shapes, and letters? That is a matrix question, ladies and gentlemen. Can anybody answer that? That's what I mean by intelligence. That's what I mean by mastering. So hopefully I got everybody's attention. (808), 16 lines. It's not a number. It's not a number. No. That's why the matrix is complicated, right? So when you guys formulate through your energy fields, through your energy cycles, through systematical systems of its energy core and its matrix, and everything through its calculation and modification through its mass, and everything subdividing and its line divisions, you're going to understand your chakra formations of its shapes and everything through its line formations. Okay, so you're going to be able to communicate in higher frequency levels through others. So you give them a question and see if they can answer it through your voicing grids. Okay? It's all about understanding your communication lines. Okay? And how everything is drawn out through its circles of cycles. Because everything starts with a circle. Everything. It has to. It has to go in its full rotation. And everything through its outer surface comes through its inner force. And the inner force comes through its outer force of its energy field. Okay? So. Julie, you can watch back my video. Just write it down. Word for word. Because word to word is a vibration of an energy signal. Okay? It's understanding your vibrations of its signals. Okay? So I'm hoping to answer that in the future. Still learning. That's great. Laura, it's amazing to learn. It's amazing how our brain waving systems is changing intelligence of knowledge. Your communication airwave systems are going to change the illumination of lights. And you can become extremely powerful with its communication. You know? Ask Angel. You know? Yeah, it's not a number, guys. It's not a number. It has no relation to a number. So, but this is great, you know. I love, you know, giving you guys questions for you to answer. And that's what I mean. It doesn't allow you to give its answer because you're not in that frequency level of its vibration. You have to master energy, okay? There's not too many people. See, the thing is, too, the reason I say I give live videos is because I give back information. A lot of live formations do videos, but they don't give back information. They just send it out, send it out, send it out, right? Some live formations give you questions to answers. Now, if it's complex, then you know they're high rising to a divisional level, okay? But there's a lot of them that don't. They don't understand their energy of information. They're light formations. They're communicating, but they're in light and dark. Okay, that's what I mean is to be cautious on your channels and what you watch. Very important. Because everything through its channel should be balanced. And you can tell right away who's a light formation and who has a connection to waving heart. Because you know on my system of my channel, you know it's a light formation. Look at the backdrop. Look at this. It's cloudy outside, but look how bright it is. That's what I mean. Sign winning divisional levels. See the white, the glowing mechanisms, and the dark. Shadow shifting through its galactic solar sun and its galactic moon. Because remember, I seen the galactic moon and the galactic solar sun planet star system is not too far from its communication. And that's how it creates its dark realm and its light realm. Fascinating stuff. Once you understand that's communication between the two, then you understand everything through its information of its vibration, of its intelligence. So. You still guys trying to figure that answer, eh? 12 moving in different directions. No. Has nothing to do with number. Yeah. It's not in your play grading system. It doesn't allow you to answer it because it's too strong. It's too much information. Okay. The answer to that is basically it nominates through different dimensions of its sets and its point centers. So understanding its activation of its codes through its frequency levels, you get its balance through its gravity centers. Okay. So everything through the matrix plasma activation systems is creating anomalies of its dimensional sets through its divisional lines of its point systems and everything through its numbers. And that's how it gets its radio signal through its activations. That's the answer. That's what I'm talking about, guys, is to know exactly how to answer your questions in seconds. Not like, let me think. You know, you're chewing on your pencil and you're thinking, wow, I don't know the answer. You're thinking too much, right? If you're thinking too much, you know why you're thinking too much. You're taking too much time, okay? Time is the essence, but if you understand your question, you'll be able to answer its question, okay, in seconds. And that's what I mean, is to know. I'm communicating with you, but I give you an answer in seconds. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about through intelligence, okay? And like I said, there's not too many people in this, I'm going to say matrix Earth, because that's what we're coming into. It's not the galactic anymore. It's in the matrix. So, there's not too many people that can master energy. Plain and simple. They feel the energy. They send out the information, but can they get back the information? That's why I do these live shows, because I answer every question. Okay? It's just knowing how to be confident every single day through its communication. All right? And like I said, it's truth through its knowledge, and that's how you get its information. But it's mastering energy of vibration, because vibration is intelligence. That's how you communicate on so many things. When I go outside and I communicate with anything, I never touch anything. I always use my hands, because it's communication of vibration. If I touch something, it goes into my system, right? And I have to really know what it means, because if I don't, it stays in my system and it creates. It circulates and rotates. It goes through the mind and brain frequencies. And it's using my collective, all its images and everything, right? So it's changing its fractions and everything through its voicing grids, okay? So it's taking away my systems and creating a virus system. And that's what I mean, how important it is to understand your DNA structure of its body and ecosystem. And how important it is to understand its communication and everything around you that you see. So, if you get in the cab, right? Everybody gets in cabs, Ubers, whatever. As soon as you touch that car and your light formation, you're going to feel its energy right away. Low, middle, and high. Now it's communicating with you. Now, if you understand its vibration and you can communicate on its level, it's not going to put energy into you. Okay? If you don't understand its communication, it's going to go into you. And it's going to create either light or dark. That's how extremely informative I am through its light source. You have to understand how real it is. It's extremely real. And that's how you understand your computer analytical mind systems. So, what's next for Andrew? Well, I'm going through the matrix plasma activation systems right now. I'm changing all its numbers and letters and shapes. And I'm changing a whole new divisional line of a virtual reality of its systems. I'm in the power of its systems right now through its atmospheres, hemispheres, and stratospheres. I'm changing the vibration of its matrix systems, changing all locations, bringing its activation, because the planet systems are on low vibration right now through its oxygen levels. Okay, so I have to bring up that vibrational level through its oxygen. Okay. So it's all about understanding where the matrix is going to be set through its divisional lines of its location, because everything through its planet system becomes a radio signal. And then it uses its true activation center of its energy field of its systems. Okay. So that's what's happening right now. That's what I'm doing. I see and understand these concepts really well through drawings. Can you see the relationship? But still learning. Where is it? Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Everything through the learning process, okay, is an upgrading surface through its uplinks, downloads, okay, and its upgrades. Those are the three factors you have to know through its energies, okay? You have to understand your uplinks, your downloads, and your upgrades, okay, because your light formations. And it's data processing that's going into your information of its settings. And those settings are going through its circulation of its rotation. And those energy cycles are going through all divisional lines through its illumination of lights. And that's where you get your mastering of your chakra formations through its communication of its voicing grids. Okay? Grid keeper, yep. Yeah, I go way beyond that. Right. Dolores Cannon talks about grid keepers. Okay? She talks about third wave. Okay? How they come in different cycles of energies. Okay? Dolores Cannon is very informative. There's so many different light formations that are giving you information. It's very important you understand that. That's why I'm here in the matrix grid system, to give you back information so you can move forward through your balance. But Angel, that's what I am, but I'm a lot more than that. I'm more than just a grid keeper. I'm a protector and provider / Mother Earth. Okay. Once you understand your operating system, you'll understand your tidal divisional line of its centers. Okay. Because I'm an archangel through the angelic realms, gatekeeper, river of light. I have all sanctions, all selections, and everything through its golden circles of its golden castle. You know, the golden realms. Extremely informative with the archangels, angels. Everybody knows me as I know them. I'm a demigod through electronic interference and an electronic interforce of its gravitation and its pull. Okay? So I understand its gravitation and its communication, all waiting signals through shapes, letters, and numbers through the matrix grid systems. Okay? Master and healer, synchronizing souls, understanding soul recognition, electronic interference, everything through soul recognition, everything through its connection of energy wires of its systems, through the body and ecosystems, connection energy wave and mind graphing systems, communication waves of circuitry systems and electronic systems, magnetic force systems, and everything through its connection of its highway systems. Energy force systems, connection energy waving force systems, waving pattern systems, communication of all radio signals through activation of pyramid systems, communication airways with planet systems, alien formations, and everything through its connection of its activations, of its centers and planet systems, of its intelligence and vibrations. Okay? This is what I am. Okay, guys? It's complicated. Master of healing, transition of healing, extremely informative with Mother Gaia, Father. Now, everybody knows when you watch Dolores Cannon, she describes that with God. We already know what that means, right? Geometrics of dimensions. Basically, the formulation of Father and Mother Gaia is the center of nature in space, and that's what it means, okay? So it's the significance of understanding energy, because that's all it is. Everything in space, continuum, and the matrix is energy. That's all it resides on through its circulation and its rotation. Okay? But it's extremely, extremely powerful. You can connect with Father and Mother Gaia instantly because you now have light formations. And they're giving me this information because it's very important that you guys understand and make sure that you stay on resonating channels of its positive feeds. Okay? So tapping into, the geometrics of dimensions is understanding through its nature's core, understanding, the creation of space continuum, understand its creation of planet systems and vibrations, activation systems, the major grid systems, and how it formulates everything around its ground formations, and how we use those as communication signals through the probing mechanisms. That's what it is. Okay? That's who I am. Once you know who you are, you become very powerful through the systems. So, leader of the Galactic Federation of all spaceships and all vibrations of planet systems, intelligence, and soul provider through the mastering of its lights and communication lines of all vibrations, circulation through its rotations and activations of its centers. And everything through its calculation, modification, through its mass, its calibration, its mind-waving frequencies, and everything through the brain-waving frequencies of its mind frames frequencies. There's so many different things that are going through its energy cycles. And that's what I'm saying. Once you understand your information through its energy, you understand everything through its intelligence. Okay? So it's a big word. It's a big title. That's what I am. That's what I represent in the matrix systems. Because now I'm in the center of its gravity of everything through its vibration. So we're all lightning rods and magic wands. That's our system. That's a mystical standpoint, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Understanding your lighting rods goes beyond that. Understanding that your magic wands goes beyond that. So it's always going beyond its systems every time you talk through its information angel. Okay. So when I'm saying I'm connected through the energetic waving communication into universal, sacred, multi-universe communication, all waving signals of its electronic interference of its heart. Okay. Because a heart is just not a heart, right? It's more than a connection energy waving heart. So. And I'm also there's so many waving centers through cycles and all divisional levels, okay, through shapes, letters, and numbers, and everything through calculation. Yes, I'm going through the grid systems, okay. Battery. Battery in what way? You're saying megaphone battery. Are you talking about social media through its connection waving system of its computer analytical system through its computer systems? Anyway, it goes way beyond its battery. I know what you're talking about, I think. You know, it's just understanding your circuitry systems through your body and ego systems. It's understand how you are connected through its pixelization. Heart is the recharging battery. Our sound is a megaphone. Well, it's a connection energy waving magnetic force system vibration signal. That's what the heart is, Angel. So, but you're right on the track, you know. Yep. But like I said, you have to go beyond everything. When you see things outside, you have to go beyond. Okay. Understanding the body structure is understanding everything, how it's made and how it's created. Okay. So you want to see beyond its system. Okay. It's very important that you understand that. Because when you're looking at an object, thing, or place, you want to look beyond. Okay. And that's where it comes in its focus through its dimensionals. Okay. And then you understand everything through its vibration of its communication, through its energy of its intelligence. Yep. Central command base for systems. Yeah. Yeah. It's exactly what it is. But those central units provide everything through its communication of its power centers, right? So its commanding force is everything through its connection when it comes into partnership. So that's what we're working towards. We're trying to get partnership with everything through its communication of its vibration to its energies. Once we get that, everything goes through its continuous force. And everything through its illumination and everything through its high force will be astronomical. So, but yeah, keep coming with the questions. This is great, you know. Oh, that's a past reference there, Angel. Changing. Why grounding energies? Everything through the grounding energy is connection energy wave. It's through your communication of balance, Angel. It's very important to understand your gravity center is connected through the galactic dimensional Earth, which is now becoming the matrix DNA of its structure, of its Earth. Okay? So everything is lined. You're the center of everything. Okay? Center of everything. Has anybody seen a graphing computer system of a game where basically the person that's activating through its motion, okay, the only thing that's moving is the background. The person jumping whatever, it always stays in that location. It doesn't move. It's grabbing in its center, okay? But everything in the background is moving. So the background's moving and not the person, okay? That's what I'm talking about, having gravitation of its groundings through its activation of its communication of its vibrational signals. So electric cycles through heart. Yeah. Once you understand your formations, your connection energy waving, but it's also hydraulic too, through its magnesium polarized system. Because once you formulate into the matrix heart, you're on a whole nother level of its life force. Okay? Whole nother level. Now I was showing you too on my diagrams how you go through every different planet system, how they reside in different vibration through its cross of its systems. Right? So all ones and zero. Well, it's all basically bringing back its balance of its vibration, Angel. So, and it's extremely hard to do because everybody through its humanity resides on a different vibration through DNA structure. Okay? So the more vibration of dark you put into your system, the more it's hard to create and bring back its balance. Because the matrix systems of its activation of the matrix plasma systems, it's still going to be going. The constant is going on its continuous wheel. And it's going to reside through its gravity of its balance. So we have to take our energy cycles through our illumination of its light force to the matrix systems. When they write video games, all ones and zeros. Well, yeah, everything is created through algorithm. Yeah. You're just talking about groundings, and I'm just telling you exactly what's going on. Everything is center point. Okay? Everything. Everything rotates. Nothing is ever still. Communication is never still. If communication was still, I wouldn't be talking to you. I wouldn't be giving you information through energy of vibration. And that's what I mean by having gravity of its balance. That's how you bring yourself forward through its meditation. That's how you communicate in all waving signals through the mind and brain frequencies. So, but it's like I said, it's very important you understand my vibrational signals and everything through it going, its illustrations of its diagrams. It's very important you guys understand what's going on. Because it's real activations that are happening right now through the activating cycles of its circles. And once you understand its life force through its feeding source, then you understand everything through its matrix and its coloration of its vibration and its shapes and letters and numbers. It's all about knowing that we're coming into a virtual reality, okay, of vibration, of harmonizing thoughts, continuous force, high rising divisional levels of balance, frequencies, communication waving signals of its meditation, its communication. So It goes way beyond its equation, ones and zeros. Yeah. But you're on the right track, you know, which is good. So look at that. We're almost 2 hours. This is unbelievable, you know. But it's great that I give you this information, and I'll keep you guys informed of what's going on through the systems. Okay. I'm going to tap out for now, but feel free to ask questions. Feel free to, you know, anything you want to know. I'm here to help and guide you and give you along the way everything that you need to know through the matrix and the grid systems. Oh, you're welcome, Julia. I'm here to help and guide you through your balance. Every frequencies of its energy, of its information through its intelligence. So it's very important everybody understands that. Oh, you're very welcome, Angel. Okay, so I love you guys very much, and I'll see you again on my channel. This is Andrew Weston in the grid systems right now through the matrix activation, plasma, magnesium, force systems, going through high rising all divisional levels of its 12 through its circle, and everything through its energy cycles, upgrading its body system through its vibration of its energy, of its intelligence. Calling out. Adios, everybody.